Hello folks, it's Ron back here with another video on the DJI Mini 2. It just recently got a firmware update, and I'll put the firmware number down below. Just came out, I believe yesterday. Today is the 17th. I think it was available sometime on the 16th. I just did it today. And what this brings to the table is one of the big things. It corrects the battery issue where if you left the batteries either in the battery hub, the multi-charger, or you let them in the drone, they would not discharge properly. And with a battery that doesn't discharge like a LiPo, that's bad news. I'm no battery expert, but you can read up on other places. But anyhow, that was an issue was discovered back in the late winter, early spring, and now supposedly it is fixed. I will tell you for sure after I've left the other batteries in the hub for a few days and see how we see if they discharge down to like 50% or something like that, like the batteries usually do when they discharge themselves properly. And anyhow, another big feature added was it allowed you to use the DJI Smart Controller with the Mini 2 now, because they're both on the OcuSync 2.0 image transmission system. Now, I don't have the Smart Controller. I didn't get a chance to update my Smart Controller yet, but I will, soon. Hopefully, maybe tonight, tomorrow, I will get it updated. I just did want to get out here before the sunset. You just see it's kind of close to sunset around here. But anyhow, it also improved flight stability and it demands less compass calibrations now. So all good things. So let's get out here and give this thing a little fly out over the beach here and see if it does actually fly better. And so far I haven't got a compass thing, so that's working. But we'll just see how it handles on this new firmware. So all right, folks, let's get this bird up and out of here. Mickey Morandini, got all the cliches here, so let me give it a Marcus Crawford style, kind of up and out, or however he says that here, kind of like a manual droney. So let's, I think I'm recording here, so let's attempt this here. We're going to go up and back. All right, folks, there we are. You can see the sun in the picture now, so let's okay, that was pretty good, right? No Marcus Crawford, but it'll do in a pinch, right? Okay, so we're yawing around here looking over the beach. I had all my kind of yaw settings and all that stuff dialed in. I don't know if any of that got unchanged when I did this big firmware update, but it looks like it's my settings are pretty much dialed in here. So where this is the beach, Margate City, New Jersey, summer capital of the world here. We've got a few people roaming around the beach here, so we'll make sure to fly the way. I got nobody kind of ahead of me here, so let's get some altitude here. We'll get up to about 100 feet here, get our 100 here, and then let's get up and out of here. Go down to this water here. We're on normal flight mode right now. Weight balance looks a little bit off here, so we're going to get over here above the water so we make sure we're not above anybody else. And we'll kind of play with our settings a little bit here. Of course, I'm doing the famous YouTube screen recording, so it's here. Not quite over the water yet. All right, so I am over the water, folks. So I won't be over anybody. Nobody's swimming this time of day. Not even any surfers out here right now. So let's see here. Let's go to our site. So we're going to hit the auto button in the bottom right-hand corner. So if we hit that, well, we got to stop we were doing a screen recording. We were also doing a drone recording. So we're going to hit that auto button. You cannot change it on the fly. Okay, so let's go in here. We're way too dark here. So let's so you've got a frame rate at 120, but we're going to have to probably go. Oh, no, lower now. Okay, so we can get that down. We can probably get it down to our proper, we got 30 frames per second, so we're going to get down to our proper 60 shutter speed, which that's all due to me putting the ND filter. And I'm using I'm trying to think of the name of the ND filter I have on here today. I will drop that down below. I got too much going in my mind right now. It's not Freewell, it's not Polar Pro. It's another brand of ND filters, but it seems to be working good. I've got my proper, frame rate versus shutter speed, and it looks great. So let's see. Okay, so let's get that off the screen now. It's a little. That's not what I want. Now I got rid of my. Can never get those things off the screen. Now I got rid of my darn. What do you call that thing? Got the grid lines on here, white balance. I want to get my. I'm got too much on mine here. I can't remember anything here. I know what I want, but I can't say it. Oh, histogram. I turn my histogram off. So histogram's back on again, and doesn't look like I got any other camera settings going on here. You don't have many camera settings in this guy, do you? Let's see here. I'm just going to check my return to max altitude, return to home altitude, way high there. That'll get us home. We don't even need it that high here. We're not near any tall stuff down here. Compass normal. So everything looks pretty good here. So let's go back to the thing here. Let's start our recording again, our camera recording. We're in 4K 30, 60 shutter speed, 100 iOS. We got Calvin of white balance of 5800, which looks pretty darn good to me right here. It didn't look good before, but it looks good to me. I'm not going to change that at all. So okay, let's fly on down here to the old Margate fishing pier and see what's going on down yonder here. All right, so we're just cruising down at normal. We have, I didn't check the winds, but we have kind of light winds here. It's always like a sea breeze, but we have light winds around here. I'm not going that far anyway, so we got no problems. Even if we had a headwind getting back, we're not going that far. This pier is only like just, a little over 1,000 feet away from where I'm standing here. So, no problemo, as they used to say in some movie. All right, so there's the pier. Looking good tonight. Let's gimbal down. There we go. Go right over. Nobody's on the pier tonight. All right, so we made it over the pier. So let's get our gimbal back up here. There's that tower out on the right side of the street. I'm going to put it in the middle of the picture here. There's that tower out there. Supposedly they're taking apart the pipe dredging system they used to redo the sand over the winter. They extended the beaches down in Ventnor. That's kind of Ventnor City down there. It's no distinguishing points between Margate and Ventnor. If you you can't see you can see the boardwalk if you look real close in there. Let me zoom in and see if we can see the boardwalk here. This has that zoom feature on it here. So let's see here. Let's there we go. Now you can see the boardwalk. Let me gimbal up a little bit and look to the left there. And I know we're a little bit dark there, but you can see that boardwalk down. I think I'm zoomed I was zoomed all the way in there. So let's go a little bit closer there. There's nobody on that beach there. Let's get our height up here a little bit so we maintain a good signal. There you can see the boardwalk. There's a couple people there on the boat, but we're not going to get anywhere near them. And in the distance there, I'm going to move the camera I don't know how my yaw as smooth as I want to. That's Atlantic City down there, and that other pier you see, that's the Ventnor Fishing Pier. That's too far to go down there. We'd be way beyond a line of sight if we went all the way down there. But, yeah. So anyhow, that's, that's some of the surroundings there. So there's the beach. So it's almost sunset, and it's almost summer here. We're only about like a week away. It was pretty warm today. It was in the mid 70s. I don't know, if how warm that water is yet, but it was a good day. Okay, so let's kind of turn this thing around here. Let's yaw out towards the ocean. Fast yaw here, as Mark would say. So there's that thingamajig out there, that tower there. We're zoomed all the way on it. Okay, now let's look back towards them. We got the sun setting when we get back the other ways, and we're going to see how this camera and this ND filter handles the bright exposure of the sunset here. So there's the pier. Now we could do maybe like we could do an orbit or something like that, but I don't think we don't have active tracking and orbiting this guy. Let me check to see. Maybe they put it in there. Maybe I don't know. Quick shots. Quick shot. We don't know what quick shot that was. Quick shot. Oh, we do have a circle. you draw, and that just goes in a circle. You don't draw anything here. So they're the same old quick shots have been around since the Mavic 1 day. So no use going over them again. All right, let's actually get out of that mode and get back into just video mode here. Okay, let's move this up here. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a picture going here. Let's go to photo. See if anything changed the photo modes. They got auto. I got it on auto exposure bracketing here. So let's just leave it on that. That takes you 3 shots here. So let's see here. Let me zoom. Okay, I'm not zoomed in anymore. So I'm a little dark here. So let's see if we can just go to the EV and bump it up a little bit. Of course, the sun's setting over there. So we're just going to go like this and hope the auto exposure bracketing takes care of what we need here. I always have trouble getting those things off the screen. Is that because that's in the way? Huh. I can never get this junk off of there. Okay, there we go. All right, let's take a picture by hitting the same button on the right-hand side. It does photos and video. Okay, it's got our brackets here. Alrighty, so we've got our pictures here. So let's come on back down the beach here. And I like our height here. Height is good. We're not getting any wind warnings, anything like that. So let's go back to video mode again here. And things look good here. I don't want to turn the exposure up a little bit because see the sky. See, I got the overexposure warnings, the blinkings in the right-hand side of the screen. Maybe I could go just a little bit here. So let's turn that iOS up a little bit here. Let's turn it up to 200. Okay. Way too high. Can you split it here in the middle? No, you can't. So okay. Let's sacrifice this sky being a little overblown to keep everything on the ground in proper exposure. See how that works out. So okay, we're recording again. So here we're coming back home now. So I did look at the speed going out. I'm coming back at the. Like 20 miles per hour. That's not bad for the Mini. I could turn up sport mode, but then you risk a gimbal flopping around on you. I'm in no hurry here. Batteries. I got 41% battery because I was using this battery to do all those darn updates. So, okay, let me get back over the water again. I think I see a few people walking that beach there. So let's get back over the water. There we go. Now we're over. Now, if the drone goes down, the only one we're hitting is the sharks. The great white shark down there. Could be Jaws down there, maybe. So we got no surfers out there. Nobody tonight. Nobody but the fishes. All right, so we're almost back now. Good clear night. Hardly clouded sky around here, which actually the clouds make it better for amazing sunset photos and whatnot. But hey. It is what it is, right, folks? All right, so we're real close to being back here. So, it's hard to say if I'm saying it does fly better with this new firmware, but it's certainly flying good. I haven't really flown a thing a lot recently because, I've been flying that darn Air 2S a lot. And, some of the other drones. So I've been a little neglect on getting the old Mini 2 out. But, summer's here now. And, it's time to fly the mini drones or whatever. You can pack them up. They can go anywhere with you. So it's going to be mini drone season here from here on out. And we definitely want to get that smart controller working with this baby here, because the beauty of the smart controller is, some people tell you it doesn't have the range of the regular controller and it's big and whatever, but if you're trying to fly in bright sunlight, bright environments of any type, like say high noon or just real sunny, that smart controller, that's a lifesaver because it's much brighter than using your cell phone or your tablet or anything like that. It just really is. And some people tell you, they get their nits on their phone up, whatever, but that not like that smart controller. Unless you got something like that. What's that? Triple pad thing? I don't know. A lot of people use it with the Altel. You know, that thing's of course amazing, but all right. So we're just hovering here. Let's bring this thing back to us here. What we're going to do here is I'm going to hit this little icon in the bottom left-hand corner, and I like the, let's see here. I like this because you see, you know, even though I see it right out there, I like to show you folks on the screen. See how that arrow just, you know, if you ever like are confused where you are, oops, just fly that arrow right back home again. Bring it right into you. As you can see, it's only 100 and some feet away now. Right above my head. So let's bring this baby a little bit lower here. I just wanted to show you that. So we're going to go back to our that little thing that shows you the drone and which direction it's flying in and all that jazz. Okay, we're going to do some low flying here. See there's the lifeguard boat over here and the lifeguard stand. We'll do a little bit of a manual orbit around here. I know I don't have my settings the way I want them here. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. I gotta get my settings dialed in again here. I got the fast yaw and all that business going on. Let me take it down to city mode. City smooth. Let me fly it real. Let's see if city smooth could fly this thing real smooth. It's definitely better. Definitely better in city mode. You know what that, folks? That sound, folks, is that's the return to home mode here. Low battery.
Battery level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds.
I'm going to cancel that because I don't want to go up to 300 feet when it's right here. It's like at 40 feet high. Let's go up to 50 feet high and bring it right back to me. I mean, I'm right here by where all these boats are. Yeah, it's the only trouble. Return to home. If you're low and you have it set high like I did, it'll do all that just to come home. We got a landing pad right over here, folks. You can see a little sunset there. Now, of course, this camera's not as good for low light as the Air 2 S is, or you know the Diving 2 Pro, or even the regular Air 2, which has that quad bare sensor camera. This has a, you know, I'll put specs in just kind of like the, you know, it's a good camera, but you know the bare bones camera doesn't have all the, you know, bells and whistles of some of the more advanced models, but you know it's still a good little drone. You know, don't get me wrong, nothing to be ashamed of here. Coming in for a landing here. Let's get it right. We got this new big landing pad by Start RC. This is the big boy here. Plenty of room to land on. So another successful landing, folks. So I hope you enjoyed that little first test flight of the Mini 2 with this hot new firmware everybody's talking about. So we will do a wrap up back in the studio here. So you know, that concludes our testing of the new firmware for the DJI Mini 2 drone. You know, the 250 gram, the first 250 gram drone, actually the Mini 1 was Mini 2, and then of course now we have the FIMI, and the Hubsan will soon be arriving in the crowded you know, 250 gram drone or under camera drones. But anyhow, I just want to say that you know, everything worked well in the test. the drone flew well. As far as it said improved flight ability, and it said it lowered the need for compass calibrations, and I required no compass calibration at all. So I could say that was all a success. Now, one of the big features was that it improved the battery discharge, especially if you left it in the battery charging hub that the drone came with if you bought the Firmware kit. So what I did is I flew 2 batteries out in the field today, and I left one battery untouched in the hub. So it's been in here a few hours, but we will come back after maybe I don't know, I'm not sure what the normal discharge period will be, but we will let it untouched for at least, we'll say, 48 hours or better, and see if it starts to discharge itself, which is what the this update was supposed to improve one of the big things. So I will be checking back with you in a upcoming video on how we made out with the battery discharge. And of course, it did allow the Mini 2 to be compatible with the DJI Smart Controller. And we didn't get a chance to upgrade the firmware yet on the Smart Controller to make it compatible with the Mini 2, but we will do that in a upcoming video. So I hope you enjoyed this flight test, and if you have any questions about any of it, please hit me up down below. One thing I do want to say before I leave, that on the upgrade, seemed to go fine, except when it came to updating the batteries. Now, if you bought the Firmware kit, it came with 3 batteries, and you will need to put each battery in separately and do the firmware upgrade. Of course, now the battery you have in the drone, when you initiate the firmware upgrade, that'll be taken care of right then and there. But the other 2 batteries, you will have to pop them in, restart the aircraft, and wait for the little notification that pops up on the window of the app. Not actually in the flight part of the app, but the whatever you call that window before you go in, before it says, ready to enter the fly, or whatever it says down that corner where you press that button. In that screen, you will get a notification to update the each battery. But I found that it popped up like kind of the same thing that you saw when the aircraft was done, asking you, telling you that the drone would restart itself, and then the update would be complete. But of course, you've already done that part. So I found in the batteries, you had to hit the little X in the corner, in the right corner of that notification, to get rid of it, and then it'll pop up to say, do you want to update the batteries? So it was a little tricky there. So make sure you get rid of that notification that you've already done, where you've upgraded the drone and it's restarted, and get to the part where it says it's going to update the firmware and the batteries. I'm sorry I didn't get that all recorded, but usually that stuff goes so smoothly. If you've ever seen it before, you don't need to see it. So this is the first time I noticed was a little catch to it, I'm going to say. But and I also, right now, I have the battery in the back that came with the Mini 1. It's a little bit different. This one doesn't need to discharge. This one, you can keep charged. I don't know my verbiage here, but this is the, and probably didn't say it. One's like a lithium polymer, and I don't know my verbiage. But this is a different type of battery, and it doesn't ask to be updated. It doesn't need to be updated. It's the old battery that does not discharge. But that's okay, because it's made not to discharge. So, okay, I'm going on here. So I'll catch you on my next video where we update the Smart Controller here, and maybe in that video we'll check back on the progress of the battery discharge here. So, all right, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button for this video, and hit the ring notification bell to watch, get notification when I post new videos. So, all right, folks, fly safe out there.